A long time ago, in a faraway country, there lived a king. He had 2 sons. God was kind to him again, and the queen became pregnant once more. One day, the king said to the queen, "This time, it must be a boy." He looked at her in anger and said, "If a daughter is born, I will have my 2 sons killed." Hearing this strange and cruel thing, the queen became very worried. It was not in her power to give birth to a boy by her own choice, but she knew the king was stubborn. He always did what he said. Days passed. Her worry grew. What if a boy was not born? What if a daughter came into the world? When the time of birth came near, she called her 2 sons to her side. She told them her trouble. They were scared too. They knew the king always fulfilled his word. What could they do? After much thought, the mother said, "There is only one way." "Mother, tell us, what is the way?" both sons asked together. The queen said, "You must leave the city and go into the forest. Find a place where you can still see my palace. If a daughter is born, I will wave a red cloth from the palace. When you see it, understand a girl is born. Never come back, not even by mistake. But if a boy is born, I will wave a white cloth. Then know your 3rd brother is born, and you can return." The sons liked the plan. It was the only way to save their lives. They said, "Yes, mother, you are right." They took a few necessary things with them. They packed what they could. When night fell, they said goodbye to mother and left for the forest. Hiding from people in the darkness, they went out of the city and entered the woods. They found a place from where they could see their mother's palace. They cut wood and gathered grass. They made a small hut and began to live there. Every morning, they stared at the palace roof. Which color cloth would wave? No cloth appeared. They grew sad. Hope and fear lived together in their hearts. One day, suddenly, they saw a red cloth waving on the palace roof. They understood. A sister was born. They could not go back. If they did, the king would have them killed. They went deeper into the forest and built another hut far from every path. Time passed. The princess grew from childhood into youth. One day, she asked her mother, "Mother, I heard I also had brothers. Is it true?" She wished for a brother with all her heart. The queen knew her wish. But a long time ago, when the princess was born, the queen told the king that both of their sons had disappeared. If the king were to find out that she herself had sent their 2 sons into the forest, then not only would the 2 sons be in danger, but the mother and daughter would also be in grave peril. So the queen lied. "No, my daughter, you have no brother." The princess fell silent and went to stroll in her garden. It was a beautiful garden, full of flowers, thousands of kinds. She loved flowers very much. Yet today she felt sad, thinking of brothers. While she sat there lost in thought, an old woman came. "Princess, your garden is so green and lovely," she said. "Why are you sad?" "I am not sad," the princess replied. "You are lying," the old woman said softly. "You are sad, and I know why." She looked into the princess's eyes and said, "Your garden has every flower, but not the sunflower. That is why you are sad." It was true. There was no sunflower in the garden. The princess wondered, how beautiful must a sunflower be? "What is special about the sunflower?" she asked. The old woman said, "The sunflower shines like the sun. Its glow spreads far and wide. No man can bear its shine. If a man touches it by mistake, he turns into a swan.